So in today's class, we'll see about this problem. You have to create a simple workflow. For that, you need to create one blob storage, upload data into it. Okay. So once the data get uploaded into the blob storage, you have to transfer that data into some SQL database. From there, we have to analyze the data using Azure Synapse Studio. Okay. The pipeline should create with the Azure Data Factory. What we will do is we'll create one Azure Blob Storage. Okay. Without creating this Azure SQL database, we'll directly move the data from Blob Storage to the Synapse Analytics using Azure Data Factory pipeline. Okay. We'll do this step by step. Just follow my video. Open the Azure portal. Now search for the storage accounts. Search for the storage account. Click on this. Now click on create. Give the details, required details. Storage account name. KL test storage account. It was already taken. KL test. Let me give you a different name. Blob storage. This also taken. Yes, this was available. My storage account name is KL test blob storage 123. Select the region. I'm selecting here Central India. Central India. Now redundancy. Local storage. Now click on review and create. Validation is in progress. Once the validation completed, click on create. Now this will create us a blob storage where we can upload our data. Deployment is in progress. May take some time. Once the resource created, just go to the resource, upload one file into it. Blob containers. There is no files inside it. I want to upload one file into the storage browser. Browse for files, search for the data. I'm going to upload one CSV file. Okay. I'm going to upload one CSV file. Now, before we should upload a file, we have to create one container. Now click on the storage account what we have created. Now click here on the left hand side under the data storage, you may see containers. Now create a new container by clicking on this. Create some container name. KL test. KL test container. This is the name I want to give. Now create. One container was created in the storage account. Click on this. Now upload one CSV file. I want to upload the CSV file of these values. This is an employee table, employee data, having 4 columns: ID, name, age, and salary. Okay, there are 5 rows in this data. I want to upload this CSV file. I want to upload the CSV file into the blob storage. Okay, click on the upload. Browse for the files. Skill file, problem data. Now upload. One file is uploaded. Okay, now we have created one storage account. In that we have created one blob storage, one container we have created. In that I have uploaded one file which is of CSV data. Now go to the home page. Now you have to create Synapse Analytics. Now search for the Azure Synapse Analytics. Azure Synapse Analytics. Now create a sample workspace. Click on the create. Give some details here. Resource group, which is already there. I am selecting workspace name. Now please give one KL test workspace. This is not available. Yes, this is available. I'm selecting the region as from the available regions. I have selected central data. Now create a new because there is no account was created. Data lake storage, create a new one. KL test data lake. This was there. Right. Click on OK. Click a file system also. KL test file system. Okay. Click on OK. Now, click on after entering these details. Click on next. Go to the security. Here it will ask you to give some user ID and password. Azure have selected already the default username. I'm leave it as it is. Give a password according to the standards given here. Okay, you are seeing the standards on the right hand side. According to that standards, you have to give the password. Have provided the password. Now click on review and create. Remaining you can leave it as it is. Click on review and create. It is going to validate first. This is the cost and create. Next to click on create. Now it is going to deploy. For that it will take some time for deployment. We'll wait for the until the deployment get finished. Okay, the deployment is completed now. Now either you click here on go to the resource group, or you can simply go to the home page. Click on all resources. Synapse workspace. Okay, you may see the Synapse workspace which you have created. That is KL test workspace 123. Now click on this. Now open Synapse Studio. Click here. Now we are going to create one SQL pool, which transfers whatever the data that is coming from the blob storage will store in the SQL pool. Okay. So here, now click on the, now if you see the left hand side pane, in that click on the manage. Click on the manage. Select the SQL pool. Click on new. So make sure to decrease this. If you are using the student account, make sure to decrease this, decrease this performance level, because if you see here the rate estimated cost per hour, while the performance is going to increase, the rate also going to increase. So make sure to keep this as minimum if you are using a student account, not to get your credits less. Okay. Now once you done this, click on review and create. We have given some error there. Let me check the error. Okay. Sorry, I forgot to give this SQL pool name. We have to give this SQL pool name. I am going to give here as SQL test, SQL, SQL pool. Okay, this was taken by Azure. Click on review and create. Validation succeeded. Click on create. Now, once this SQL pool get created, you may see in the data section, in the data tab, one SQL database will be created for you. Inside that SQL pool also will be created. Okay, inside that we have to create one table in order to accommodate the data, whatever the CSV data, whatever the data that is there in the CSV, that 4 columns and 5 rows we have uploaded into the blob storage, no? That have to be accommodated by this SQL pool. So with the same number of columns, we have to create we have to create one table here, right? So click on this data pane. Here you may see the SQL database. It is being creating, deploying. Still, it is deploying. This may take 5 to 8 minutes. Let us wait for it. Now it was deployed successfully. It was successfully deployed. Now you can see here the SQL database. You can see the SQL database. Just click here. Click on the SQL pool. KL test SQL pool is my SQL pool. Click here. From this, click on the tables. You have to create one table. So click on the three dots, new SQL script, new table. Okay. What are the code which is defaultly created? Just remove it. Now I'm going to create one table which is equivalent to the CSV file. So in the CSV file, if you see, there are 4 columns: ID, name, age, and salary. So for the same thing, I have to create one table. Okay, create table employees with the name, copy it, paste it, and run it. Query successfully executed. Okay, one table we have created here with the name employees. There is no data in it at present because just we have created the table. Now what we should do is, whatever the data that is inside the blob storage, this data must be bring into this SQL pool and stored in this data. So once you get stored here, we are going to analyze the data by using Azure Synapse Analytics. Okay, so we have created the table now. Now the next step is go to the home page. In the portal. Okay, in the portal, see, make sure this is Synapse Analytics, this is portal. Okay, now we have to create one pipeline to connect to the blob storage, to connect this blob storage and the Azure Synapse workspace. These two we have created. So between these two, we have to create one pipeline. We have to create one pipeline which uses to bring the data from blob storage to the workspace. Okay. So by using Data Factory, I am going to create one pipeline now. Now search for Azure Data Factory. Data Factories. Now click on the Data Factories. Create a new data factory. It will ask you some details. You have to provide them. Same as it is going to ask for the resource group. Now instance details. Give some name. Naming conventions are important here. It was accepted. Already taken. I'm going to give 1, 2, 3. Now let me check whether it is. This is also, yeah, this was accepted. Now click. I'm going to click the region now. Central India. Okay. Click on the Central India. Now leave it the version as it is. Click on review and create. Validation once done, we have to create. Click on the create button. Now again the deployment is in progress. It may take some time again. We'll wait for it. Now Azure Data Factory is created. Okay. Now go to the resource. Now click on Launch Studio. So in Azure Data Factory, we are going to create one pipeline just to connect the blob storage and Azure Synapse Analytics. Okay. Now, once you launch this, click on the pipeline. Manage. Once you launch the studio, just click on the left hand side. You are seeing a pane. In this menu, you have to select the author. You have to create one pipeline now. Okay, new pipeline. new pipeline. In this, please click on the first option, that is move and transform, because we are copying data from Blob Storage to Azure Synapse SQL Pool, right? SQL Pool. So just drag and drop, click on the move and transform, drag and drop this copy data. Okay. Now click on the source. We have to mention the source. Where is our source? Our source is in the Blob Storage. So source data set, we have to create one source data set. Now select the Blob Storage. Select the Blob Storage, click on continue. Okay. Now our data is in the form of CSV. So just click here, select the delimited test, click on continue. We have to create one linked service. Okay. So here, as there are no linked service, we need to create one new one. The name selected by Azure, leave it as it is. Okay. Azure subscription, Azure students for data, storage account name. What is the storage account name we have given? Azure KL test blob storage 123. Okay. Now, once you select this, now we have to click on the create. Now I have to select the file path. In the container, we have stored it, right? So KL test container, inside this, our file name is data, sample data. Click on OK. Okay. We have selected the file path. Click on OK. Now we have created a source. Now go for the sink, which is the destination. Now click on the new. Now where you are moving this data to the Azure Synapse Analytics. So search for it. Select the Azure Synapse Analytics. Click on continue. It is again ask for the new linked service for the destination. This as it is be like this. Azure subscription students server name. This is the server name. Synapse Analytics. SQL database. SQL test, KL test, SQL pool is my database name, right? Yeah, SQL authentication. Username. Whatever the username that we have given there, we must produce it now. Okay. Now we have to select the user. So to provide the username you can see here for the Synapse Analytics, you have created username and password. No. Now see here, when you click on the Azure Synapse Analytics workspace, this is the admin username. Copy this and paste here. SQL admin user and the password. Whatever the password you have given there while creating, you must give here. Okay. Once you give the username and password, click on the test connection. Connection successful. Click on create. Now the table name, once you give the username and password, it is going to connect to the SQL database. From there, it will extract the tables in it. So we have created one table name, employees, that you have to select here, table name. Okay, click on OK. Once you have given the source and sink, you have to click on validate. Click on validate. Now, this is give you some error here. Direct copying data to Azure Synapse Analytics using copy command is only supported when source data set escape character and code character are the same. Both should be same. So we have to fix this. Right? So for that, we have to go to the properties again. Now, when you click on this delimited text, the error what you got, click here. When you click here, you will get this type of window. So when you scroll down, you may see the code character and escape character. Both should be same. So Quote character was selected a double quote. So escape character also you must select as double quote. Both should be same. Okay, both should be same. Once you select this both two, now close it, close it. Now click on this pipeline tab. Now again click on validate. Your pipeline has been validated. So when I give both quote character and escape character as a double quote, it was validated. Now close this and click on debug. The debugging is in the process. So here it is under queue. Once it gets succeeded, you can go and check in the SQL pool the table that we created. Inside that, the data should be moved from blob storage to the this SQL pool. Whatever the data inside this, okay, these 5 rows must be bring from blob storage into the table. Now see here, our debug has been completed successfully. Means there's a pipeline has been established between Azure Blob Storage, Azure Blob Storage, which we have created here, Azure Blob Storage, and the Synapse Analytics. Okay, between these two, we have created one Azure Data Factory, which establishes a connection between these two, source and destinations. Right. Once it gets succeed, now we need to check whether our CSV file which we have uploaded in the blob storage have been copied it into the Synapse Analytics or not. For that, go to the Synapse Analytics page, click on the SQL databases. SQL Pool is our database name. Now click on the tables. Our table name is employees, right? Now click here, new script, select the top 100 rows. Okay, see now whatever the data that we have uploaded, in the blob storage have been copied from there into the SQL pool. Okay, this is the data which we have copied, 5 rows having 4 columns. Okay, this is how we need to copy a CSV file from blob storage to Synapse Analytics using Azure Data Factory. Thank you.